Hi, we're back. Now that we have found text in dates, the next problem I'd like to show you is one with invalid dates or a problem with dates. It's not text in dates, it's just things that are impossible to happen. There is a built into RootsMagic a thing in tools where it has a problem search. And you can get a problem list and define a whole bunch of things. And I'm going to do one only. You can say individuals without sex, improper order, birth before death before birth. And I'm only going to look at age at death should be less than, I'm going to say 100 years old. And you can do a report like this, and I'll zip through this for you pretty fast. So in about a minute and a half, it took to go through our 125,000 people. It came up with a problem list of people who, oh, here's some unknown sex ones, but it also had people who died more than 100 years old. I'm going to look at this first one. Well, wait, how are we going to do this? This entire list of people, and we would generate that report. It would give us this list. Wow, look at this list. And we would then save that to a text file or something, and I'll just save it as a old list and save it wherever it happens to be. And it would come up as a as a text file, and I would then save that text file away and then go through the text file one at a time. Another thing, a possible way to do this is back on this problems list. If we were to take and open up, this is brand new to version 7, we could create a quick group. So if we have a quick group, and I would do manage the group, and I would say, hey, let's create if it's a new group, let's just call this group an old list. Okay, it's people who are too old, I don't believe that that's really their birth dates. So we would say, okay, and now when we close this, and we would say, hey, you know what? This person is on my old list. Okay, we would then close this. We would go to the next person who is 102 years old. We would say add to group, put that person 2 on the old list, and we would go through the people that we wanted to look at. And what we are doing is putting them into a subgroup or a quick group called old list. Now, when we first did this on our originally converted data, we had 85 pages of problems. The current one, with all of the problems, date problems being looked at, has only 9 pages. So we have been reducing the number of problems right and left. Notice that there's record numbers behind these people also. And I changed something on you between this problem and the other one. Was these people used to have numbers behind their names, so we could simply search for a record number. And to turn that on, you go to Tools and File Options, and under there you can say number to display after name, and we're going to make that their record number or their record ID number. Now when we do that, it's over here. And also we used to have the record numbers over here on the sidebar. And to do that, you click on Options and we show the record number. So this is how the other previous videos have shown. There's a little checkbox down here that says problem alerts. And if you put a check mark here, every time a problem shows, it will give a red triangle and say this person has a problem with them. And when you click it, you say, hey, they are 100 years old when they died. That's just not right. So we have a whole lot of impossible, I call these the impossible date problems. But watch this. Because I have a thing called web search, I can go search for on Ancestry. I'm going to come back here and look at this family on birth or death dates. Here we go. Here's a here's a SAR, Sons of American Revolution. Well, now I have his exact birth date and his death date. Oh, look, it was 1858, not 18 1979. Now, I'd like to prove this to anybody else who wants to see it. So if we click here, and then if we click on the View Me, I could then take this and look at it and say, that is really good factual stuff. I'm going to Control C on it, and I like web tags. And it says I want to add a web tag to this guy, and I'm going to say birth. And then if we paste that, this is proof to me that this guy was born. And then we're going to close this, which then saves this web tag on Alphaeus Barber. And he really wasn't born in 1879. He was born in, and it's got, oh, look at that, 1858. So I'm going to fix that and save it. And I have a better birth date, and the birth date was January 10th, 1775. So we're going to say 10 January 1775 comes from the web tag. So I'm going to close that. I no longer have a red star. If I look at this here, I look at he died at the age of 82, and I have another page and a half to go of these kinds of things that we need to probably look up and show what the information is. This now is a way to look at and find problems of impossible dates. I hope I've given you a hint on how you could find and correct these. Give me a comment if you have a better idea, and I'll move on and do more videos on other kinds of problems that need cleaning up.